Hello Scorpio, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Scorpio for the week of September 19th. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go and see what we have here for you, Scorpio. Now I'm using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot, the Ethereal Visions Tarot, as well as the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to pick them up for yourself. All right, let's go ahead and make sure we're all set up here and in view, and then we'll get right into it. Okay. I think that looks just about good enough to me. We'll go ahead and take three of these Oracle cards here. Energy on the bottom, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is definitely a nice card indicating that your destiny could be here. Your destiny could be on the horizon, if you will. It is definitely associated with luck and good fortune, of course, being the Wheel of Fortune. It's also, because of that, associated with Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, growth, good luck, good opportunities. Travel as well can be thrown in there. And the thing is, this could represent like updates to your destiny or changes to your destiny that could be kind of here, could be on the horizon, could be coming in. The thing about the Wheel of Fortune that I always like to remind people of is that you have to take advantage of the opportunities, right? Just because, you know, your conditions are now suddenly favorable, it doesn't mean things are going to magically happen. And so when you get the Wheel of Fortune, it says take advantage of the luck or the good situations that you have so that you can best prepare yourself for the changes that are coming in. That's the other thing. Wheel of Fortune can simply refer to a change. I also want to point something out here. I'm being drawn towards the Sphinx on the Wheel of Fortune card, and then also the Sphinx down here. I believe they are the same. It's the same symbolism. And so it's telling because the Chariot here, which has the Sphinx on it, the Chariot says take action and move into a new direction. And the Wheel of Fortune says that you could really have a nice outcome if you do that. And so there's some parity going on here between those two cards from my perspective in this reading. But let's go ahead and let's get some additional messages here. So in the overall situation, you do have the Hierophant. So this middle card here spills into the rest of the cards. It's a very important message. And the Hierophant, you know, this can represent your organization, the place that you work, especially if you work for like a big business or a big organization, or you're part of a larger, you're a part of a larger organization. The Hierophant can be connected to all of those things. The Hierophant can also be, it's really just anything that is traditional in your life. It can say that maybe some of you are involved in a religion. It's certainly associated with religion, but there also, it can be something about marriage as well. It's one of the big marriage cards. And along with that, learning and studying in a traditional way, such as studying through higher education and learning through our higher education. The thing is, the Hierophant kind of represents the old guard. It's the old way of doing something. It's the traditional way of doing something. And the thing is, you might need to change something up here in the future. If I'm looking at this reading here, some of you may need to like shift your direction a little bit, or, you know, if there's something that you've been doing for a long time and the success in that has sort of dried up, some of you may want to start course correcting here at this time. Now, in the past, you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles, and you have the Six of Wands. So you've clearly have accumulated some success here in the past, for sure. I definitely feel that. The Six of Wands is a major card of victory and success. You can see that this person here is being like cheered on. They're being publicly recognized. You can kind of see here the people in the background cheering them on in the here on the horse. And the checkered flag means that they've kind of crossed the finish line, so to speak. So when you get the Six of Wands, it can say that you've been exceeding expectations. I think that some of you have been successful in something for some time. Like, you've been successful in something that you've been doing for a long time. And this has maybe even enabled you to sort of save some money, or even like accumulate, like I'm thinking like a savings account or something like this here. Like you might have accumulated some living expense, like you might have 6 months living expenses or something like that in the bank, because the Four of Pentacles card can talk about accumulation in a positive sense. I do feel that this is more of a positive way of looking at the Four of Pentacles here, because of the cards that is associated with it in this column here, with the Six of Wands and also the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles can indicate hard work and dedication. It's this idea of maybe a financial event arriving, or something like that here in your life, but it's also about hard work and dedication. But the the Knight of Pentacles can also say that you are seeing tangible results. It's a card of results. You're seeing tangible results based on the hard work and the dedication that you have towards something. And so, accumulation mode here with the Four of Pentacles, you being successful, you seeing the results come in here. So there's been, the other thing about the Four of Pentacles is the Knight of Pentacles, is it's sort of like slow and steady wins the race, or slow and steady growth. It is quite literally the opposite of gambling. The Four of Pentacles is accumulation through effort. And you could say that the Wheel of Fortune is closer to it's more about luck. The Wheel of Fortune is more about luck. The Four of Pentacles is more about results driven, like hard work that leads to results type of energy. So I do think that some of you here have been able to do well for yourself. And it's interesting because of what's coming in here in the middle column. So in the current situation, you have the Ten of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Moon. So there's something here that I just intuitively feel like there needs to be a change for some of you. And I would really caution you to, I'd really caution you to just be careful of any sort of like resistance energy, because of the Ten of Wands here. The Ten of Wands can say that some of you are maybe struggling, you're carrying a large burden here, you're carrying the weight of the world here. This can be a card of burdens, overwhelming feelings. Also, it's in the upper row, so this upper row is the row of your thoughts. Some of you might have like, your thoughts may be causing you to worry. There might be like some burdens in your thought process or in your thinking at this time. And I would say that I think some of you need something fresh here. Okay, so like a lot of the readings in this week and for the month of September have brought new beginnings. This reading doesn't have a new beginning. It does have a change. Okay, there are actually two cards of change here, with the Two of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. But I think some of you need some fresh energy. And the thing is, you have this with the Moon as well. The Moon says that there's maybe something that is not as it appears. It can be a bit of a deception or a deceptive energy in your life. I think that it's less about somebody deceiving you. That's not necessarily what I think. I think it's more about you viewing something the same way you've been viewing something. And there might be a shift in that here coming up for you here. There might need to be a change in the way that you are viewing something here in this week. And I think going forward, like I said, you have this old guard, older type of energy, traditional type of energy is the right way of looking at it, with the Hierophant. And sometimes people can get really stuck in tradition, and people can kind of be a little bit prideful about it. And I feel like, this is maybe even causing you to feel some type of burden here. Maybe the thing is, the thing that has been giving you success here clearly in the past is now beginning to shift and morph into something else here right now. And that could be a little bit scary, because you have the Ten of Wands in the upper row. Again, Ten of Wands is about burdens, and it's in that upper row section. Now, in the future, you have the Strength card, the Chariot, and the Two of Pentacles. So you really love to see it because the Strength card and the Chariot are actually very similar cards here. Both cards, if you look up the definition of these cards, both are associated with overcoming obstacles and not letting anything get in your way, okay? They also come one after the other. So the Chariot represents overcoming some type of external obstacle. The Strength card represents overcoming some type of internal obstacle. And so it talks about you being bold, you being courageous, you being confident. And the Chariot has elements of self-discipline, okay? It says through self-discipline, you will achieve the greatest results. This person is also sort of moving in a new direction. The city is behind them, indicating, as you can see here, indicating that they are going to a new city, or they're going to a new place, or they're going in a new direction in their life. They're allowing the sphinxes here to lead them forward. The sphinxes indicate the earth. The star pattern on the canopy on the Chariot here, that indicates the universe. As it is done in the universe, it is done down here. As you put in the work, as you put in the energy, as you put in the effort, you will get the rewards, you will get the results here. And especially because I'm seeing the same symbolism. Oh, and also, look, you also see the lion here as well. The lion in the Wheel of Fortune and the lion here on the Strength card. So for some of you, this shift here, this luck, this change in your destiny, this new direction, it's very important, but you have to actually take action. And this also might require you to do something that is challenging, because that's the thing about these two cards, is they do imply that there is something challenging that you are overcoming. You have the Two of Pentacles as well, which is a card of change. I do think that there's just generally change here on the horizon for you. I think it's good. I think it has the prospect of being very good, but it's all dependent on how much effort or work you put into something. Let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 oracle cards here and see what we have. All right, so you have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, see the light in the world. You have Sanat Kumara, light activation, shine your light, your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. And then you also have Dua Kul, Dharma unfolding, remember that you are on a path, take one step at a time to happiness. Okay, so the thing is, some of you might need to remove some burdens here when you have this Dua Kul card, in addition to the 10 of Wands, which is a burden. And so, it might be a wise idea to sort of knock one thing out at a time. It's kind of always good to have a singular focus because it's easier to concentrate, right? And so multitasking can be useful, but multitasking is actually not the most efficient way of going about your life. Doing one thing at a time is actually more efficient than multitasking. You can look that up. But this internal guidance message here is also always very important in this oracle deck as well. So let's go ahead and let's start to clarify the situation even more. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the 6 of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the 2 of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords, you have the 9 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, I thought this Knight of Pentacles was important, and we're getting a double confirmation of this here in the future with this Knight of Pentacles. So again, elements of hard work, effort, energy, and the results that come with that. And it is a card of results. It is always good to see the Knight of Pentacles in the future. It's good to see it anywhere, but in the future, because it does say that there are results on the horizon. However, there is something here that you, with this 2 of Swords, that you may need to do in a different way. I know I keep saying that, but it's coming in. This person on the 2 of Swords card is blindfolded, okay? They cannot see. Also, the moon energy. Do you see the moon in this upper corner here? And then the moon on the Chariot. And then you have the moon card as well. So some of you, the moon in tarot represents a need for clarity. And so does the 2 of Swords. Some of you need to create clarity here in order to get results. And I think that it's something your approach is going to change. Your approach is changing, and that's how you get the results that you've had before and that you are looking for now. That's how you get the results. You have the Six of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Six of Cups is something from the past. Ace of Swords is a victory. You've clearly been very successful here. I mean, it's confirmation after confirmation. You have been clearly very successful here. And I'm reminded of this message from this book called Psycho-Cybernetics, which is the core message from the book Psycho-Cybernetics is, if you've been successful one time, you can be successful 1,000,000 more times. That's the core message. And the Six of Cups refers to the past. The Six of Wands is success. The Ace of Swords is success. The Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, good energy for money. You've been successful before, which means you can be successful now, but your approach is changing. The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning in the material situations in your life, and the Nine of Pentacles is also about financial independence and the ability to sort of stand on your own 2 feet and be totally independent as a person, to be able to take care of yourself and provide for yourself. So really like this energy. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.